Hello folks, today I'm shooting in my garage because it's raining outside. I'm at 4.75 meters from the target, which is a piece of rubber 10 millimeters square. I'm shooting at it with an 8mm bearing, so that's equivalent to a 40mm disc at 10 meters or a 60mm disc at 15 meters. I'm using my GZK Capricorn. I'll put details on the sidebar. So let's see if I can hit the target. Alright, let's go for the 40mm disc just to see it spin. Hello folks, let's talk a bit about aiming. Now if you type in Rufus Hussey, I think that's how you say it, on YouTube, you'll come across a gentleman who can use a slingshot, and he apparently does it without aiming. You just pull the thing back and let go and hit the target. All he does is look at it and there's no apparent aiming. There's no optics or anything like that, and when you're looking at it you might think, how the heck does he do that? Well, the closest thing I can think of is like when we throw something. If I throw this into the barrel over there, I've got no sights or anything. I can get it in the target just by throwing it like that. Now that's not a very accurate thing, but if you practice enough throwing something, you can get quite accurate. For example, a darts player will be able to hit quite small targets from a few meters away. Now that sort of skill would take many years to develop, I should think. This Rufus Hussey at the time, he was about 65, but I expect it must have taken a good few years. He started as a child, and he got quite accurate, hunting rabbits and things. But I don't have that time to spend. I don't want to spend a decade trying to get more accurate. So what most people do is they use a target system. They'll have a reference point on the end of their catapult. They'll put that in line with the target and they'll let go and they'll hopefully hit the target. But to do that, you have to do, instead of learning a variety of ways of hitting it like this chap on YouTube, you cut it down to its simplest style, which is to just keep practicing one position, like this, rather than like this chap Rufus Hussey, who could shoot from any angle. He'd obviously developed over years motor patterns for thousands of ways of hitting the thing without aiming. But to cut that down, we'll just stick to one style, and to improve the accuracy, we'll also use the targets, a bit like a a rifle. And the way they do it in catapults, with catapults, is we'll get the target, we'll look through the sight, there's a sight on here, or you may use the corner of the catapult, and you'll get a very fixed position. You'll keep repeating this pattern. So instead of using the instinctive Rufus Hussey method, you'll just use one fixed style, so that your brain only has to think about one style and keep repeating that one style rather than remembering thousands of methods. Now, one way of improving that method I've been using recently is by putting a secondary target. Instead of just this one, I've got this one as well, and I put them in line. So to demonstrate, I get my fixed point, anchor point there, and if you're the target, I've got this bead on you and I've got this wire on you, the end of the wire. Most people, well, I've never seen anyone else use a piece of wire, but this is a substitute on a rifle. It's equivalent to the rifle of the V, like so. And this is the bead on the front, so I've been using this. It took a few weeks getting used to this and also getting the correct angle. I had to keep bending the wire and moving it to position, cutting it to the right size. But I find it helps keep a very good fixed position, like so. I'm not like this, I'm not like that, I'm not like this or like that. So basically what I've done is use this wire to cut down things, so it's even more simple for the brain to calculate. Instead of having to calculate various positions and so on, like throwing a ball, I'll fix the same position each time, so the brain only has to think of one thing, one style, and I'll also use the aiming reference point here, the optic fibre, and the reference point here. So it's much more like a rifle. So that demonstration I did earlier, that was shooting at a little piece of rubber there. Using these systems, it greatly speeds up the process of learning how to hit a target at various distances. So that's what that video is about.